Okay, we are back on handout 3 on the back side where we stopped after adding integers. And we're going to start with where it says subtracting integers. So it says rewrite the problem to add the opposite. So we're going to write opposite here. And then you follow the rules for adding. So for example, if you look at these examples, 6 minus 7 is the same as 6 plus -7. You're going to get the same answer as -1 on both of those. This one, -9 minus 11, is the same as changing that to add and then changing the sign of the next number. So you're going to get -20. The next, -3 minus -8 is the same as -3 plus 8, which is 5. So it helps to just learn this rule because you don't always have a number line to look at. So whenever you see a subtraction sign, and remember, the subtraction sign is in between two numbers. So like this is read -5 minus 9. So if we change, let's just practice changing that. So the first number, it stays the same, -5. And then instead of not minus, we add, and then the opposite of 9 is -9. And now we're going to get -14 because we add two negatives. The next one, you can rewrite it, or sometimes I just go like this and I go add the opposite and I just change it right on that one. Okay, this one is 8, and then we're going to change it to add, and then the opposite of this is 3. And then that makes it easy, it's 11. Okay, up here we would go add the opposite. So now you have 8 plus 3. Down here we have -2. We change the minus to plus, add, and then the opposite of that is 10. And now we follow the rules for addition. Different signs subtract, take the sign of the bigger number. Up here we would have went add the opposite if we didn't feel like writing it over, and we still have -2 plus 10. So they want you to practice doing that by rewriting the problem. So you can either rewrite it or you can change it like how I'm doing here, add the opposite. That's up to you. You just have to make sure then that you get that opposite sign changed, and it's the sign of the next number. And then you follow the rules. So you have a 9 plus -6. So that would be 3. So I want you to practice changing the top 3 and finding the answer. So go ahead and pause the video so you can see what you get. Okay, the answers were 10, -16, and 2. So check yours carefully to make sure you have the signs right. I showed rewriting it, and I also showed doing add the opposite to the original problem. Okay, and sometimes like 4 minus 7, that's -3 just because you've dealt with negatives and positives already, or you can think of the number line. So if you already know it's -3, just to show you, if we do add the opposite, now we have 4 plus -7, and we know from our rules of addition that that is -3 because they're different signs. Subtract, take the sign of the higher number. So go ahead and do this row now. Pause and record. Pause and check it out. Okay, again, you can check out this row. I got 10, 3, and -6. Pause it if you need longer to look at it. And then go on to the next row. Okay, check out this row. I got -19, -4, 16, and -5. And now we'll do the last row. Okay, the last row we have a 0, a 15, a 1, and a 10. And then for a challenge, you should try to add up the columns. So we have a 3 and a -3, so they cancel out here. And then we have a 0 down here, and then we have a -19. So that's how we get -19. Next column, I would put 10 and 15 together, and you get 25. And then we have, oh, I didn't see this 10. So we got 10, 20, 35. And then we have to do the -4. So then we subtract it and get 31. Third column, we have a, let's see, our -16 and a 16 cancel. And then we got 3 and 1 is 4. Last column, we have a -6 and a -5 equal -11. Whoops, that didn't come on there. That's -11. And then we have a 10 and a 2, which is 12. So we have 12 plus -11. So sign of the bigger number, subtract them, and it's 1. Okay. Now we have already done this adding, so I'm going to stop right there and ask a couple questions.